These are Crocs, and many people think it's ugly. Times named it as one of the top 50 worst inventions in 2010 because of its ugliness. But slightly over a decade later, Crocs are back, gaining popularity worldwide and making record-breaking sales. Probably the world's most enduring pair of ugly shoes. If you haven't seen it yet, these are Crocs launched during Balenciaga's 2022 Spring Show. FYI, this cost almost $900. I don't know who's buying them, but I'm actually curious as to how it feels to be walking in them in my everyday life. But it's not just Crocs, there's an entire list of fashion trends which has made a comeback. Hey everyone, this is April, your fashion police. So today let's talk about how the hell is the ugly trend trending, the problematic side of the fashion industry, and why I don't hate the trend entirely. Now, ugliness is entirely in the eyes of the beholder. So as to pinpoint what ugly fashion constitutes will never generate one single definition. One man's waste, another man's treasure. However, there seems to be a somewhat general sentiment as to what characterizes the aesthetics. Designs that's out of the norm, somewhat a little dramatic, and subverts the status quo. So, how the ugly fashion trend started? Trends are nothing new. In the past, we have models, celebrities on magazines and TV. Then we move online after Web 2.0 started. For those of you who don't know, Web 2.0 is the term used to describe websites and applications that allows users to create and share content online. So instead of TV and magazines, fashion influencers started appearing on Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, etc. And how can I not mention TikTok? Incubator for fashion micro trends. So the medium for advertising has evolved, as we can all see, but what has not changed, which is to get people talking about it.
Rating ugly fashion trends part 2, let's do it.
And you probably noticed there were multiple micro trends which happened in the past year. Just on TikTok alone, you have the Visco girl, the Pinterest girl, the coconut girl, the beach girl, and even granola girl. Ordinary people are now given the opportunity to show off their individual unique style by showcasing their own outfits. Where in the past, these opportunities are only given to celebrities and models. But now, even ordinary people are given the opportunity to showcase themselves, show off their individual style as a form of self-expression, something which is impossible in the past. But even if we don't admit it, it is a competition on social media for everyone, brands and influencers. Who produces content that stands out while providing value to the audience?
The ugliest things I find on Shein Part 4. What the hell, why is the one foot not painted? These make me uncomfortable. The tassel, the print, I can't deal.
Which is the reason why you start to see more of these questionable collaborations items. You know, bad publicity is still publicity. But ironically, the ugly trend only started because of the nom-com trend, which is a anti-fashion attitude where people dress in basic jeans, sneakers, everyday fashion as a rejection of extravagance. I still remember when Balenciaga launched its first collab with Crocs. Everyone was talking about it and making fun of it. Soon you start to realize every single influencer started to wear Crocs. I swear there was a time where my explore page, my FYP, it started popping up with people wearing Crocs. I swear I have nothing against Crocs. They are soft and comfy, but I've never imagined them as the it shoes where even celebrities like Bieber's, Ariana are wearing it. But like all trends rise and they will die down as well.
The fast fashion stuff on this app has gotten absolutely out of control. It seems like every other video on my FYP right now is just girls talking about trend analysis and what's in and what's out from like 2 weeks ago. Like, we turned fast fashion into a sprint because of TikTok.
Fashion cycle trends has been getting shorter and shorter. Eventually, this is rampant consumerism where influencers have to pressure themselves to keep up with the trends to maintain their fame. Which brings me to my next point, the detrimental environment impact of fashion trends. In fashion, high fashion introduces style, but it is fast fashion that drives a particular style to become a trend. And fast fashion websites such as Shein have the ability to make a close copy of trendy clothes, fast and cheaply. And in today's time, fashion trends goes away as fast as they come. So what used to be trendy may not be trendy anymore the next day. And fast fashion's rapidly increasing trend cycles are driving major overconsumption. It is estimated that the average American throws away about 81 pounds of clothes every single year, which inevitably leads to massive destruction of clothes. And not to mention the other negatives in the fast fashion industry, the use of cheap labels to keep costs low. But don't get me wrong, I'm not demonizing the fast fashion industry. Indeed, fast fashion is often of questionable quality. That's because they were not built to last. Hemmings falls off or the clothing starts to smell after a few washes. But the reason they still thrive is because people love cheap and trendy clothes.
Clothes. Treat yourself.
And so it's really easy for consumers to turn a blind eyes to these issues. Fits into the budget of many, giving people options to look good and feel confident at a low cost. And this gives the fast fashion industry leeways to build clothes that's of lower quality yet still sells. And TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest, if I say I don't follow any of these social media, that will be completely untrue. Social media has its positive. It gives us inspiration, ideas, and connect with people whom you can relate to. It gives everyone an opportunity to show off their basic wardrobe. It is not just a place for glitz and glamour, and people still love it just as much. But when we consume content online, we need to bear in mind the algorithm is also so very powerful that it can encourage us to buy clothes that we don't really need. I hope that by introducing both positives and negatives of social media, it provides more insights as to why we need to use our social media wisely and mindfully. Social media can benefit us but also make us fall into the trap of consumerism. That aside, when people just follow a trend, ugly trend or any other trends just for a 15 seconds of fame, clout, that doesn't sit well with me. Or the you can't repeat your outfit more than once mentality. You can still love something even if it's not in trend, if it works well for your body. Throwing something out just because they are out of trend, that's just being wasteful.
Move this man!
Final thoughts, coming back to the ugly trend. No matter you are a hater or a fan, it's a trend that will eventually be replaced. Trends evolve and revolve. They rise and they fall. No matter which trend you are in, we should never forget the purpose of clothes. That is to make you look your best and feel confident. So if a piece makes you look good and feel confident, even if it's out of trend, wear it, because at the end of the day, the only thing which matters is that you feel good. Trends don't matter. And if there's anything people can take away from this video, I hope people become more thoughtful and conscious about their spending habits. Instead of purchasing multi-pieces only to wear it once, invest in outfits that last. Buy less and choose well. It is okay to repeat your outfits. There shouldn't be a need to force a fashion trend if it doesn't fit with your personality or style. And I would like to end off this video with a quote from one of my favorite designers, Oscar de la Renta. Fashion is a trend, but style is within a person. That's all for this video, and if you enjoyed the video, do consider subscribing and connect with me on IG. Go slay the day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye!